Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. Game 5 is the West.
The sparkling Riverwalk, one of the highlights of any visit to San Antonio, under a beautiful starlit sky. Tied 2-2 here in the Western Conference Finals battle. Now all eyes set on Game 5. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And Doris Burke will be reporting from the sideline. You'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Tim Duncan?
And Kevin, what stands out to me is his array of moves down on the low block. The low post scoring, back to the basket game. That's what he does, and that's a valuable weapon for a team to have.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
You look at San Antonio, with the series tied 2 games apiece, a chance here to retake the series lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
Well, it's no secret, guys, that in this situation, the winner of Game 5 goes on to win the series the vast majority of the time. So they don't want to let this one get away from them, and they have to go out on the road and win Game 6 in hostile territory.
Yeah, must win in a Game 6 on the road, not the position you want to be in. I agree, Steve. They'd like to handle business here with their fans in front of them in a more comfortable environment at home.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. There's Westbrook. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Splitter passes to Parker. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw no good for Parker. On defense, San Antonio. They lost their last game on Tuesday.
And you don't need to dig too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost the game. I mean, their shooting percentage was abysmal.
You know, sometimes we talk about the defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, but it seemed that night they got in their own heads, couldn't get out of their own way, as they lost confidence at the offensive end.
Now here's Westbrook after the miss from Tim Duncan. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 3-on-3. Jackson kicks to Westbrook. Buries the long-range jumper. Westbrook's got 5.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back to Parker. Kicks it out to Leonard. Stolen by Durant. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams checked in. Now here's Westbrook. He has 7. Leonard with the steal. And here comes the break. Takes the lead pass. And Green with the basket on the assist from Leonard.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, you know, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night and then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop it.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And that one's good. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. Now it's sent it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Scott Brooks.
I asked him what he said to his guys in the locker room, and he said, I told them the only way we can lose is if we beat ourselves. There's no way that if we play our game, there will be any other result. Certainly a lot of confidence in that pep talk, gentlemen.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Lamb. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. for three. It's rebounded by Mills. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
From the arc, there's the bucket good. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
There's the steal. Here's Bellinelli. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Bellinelli's got his first 2 points of the night.
Drop back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Fisher with the ball. Now guarded by Mills. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Offensive rebound. No good from Adams.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Ginobili. A second chance effort. And the basket by Diaz.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Fisher, covered by Mills. Fisher dishes to Durant. He passes to Lane. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Where it goes, cannot hit. And so the first quarter is in the books.
It's Game 6 of...
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Caron Butler, Jeremy Lin out there with Clark Fisher, and it's Durant, and it's Adams at the center position.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Spurs leading by 9. Diao, the pass to Bellinelli. Ginobili outside. Now the dish to Mills. Diao and Mills kicks to Ginobili. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Butler. Passes it to Fisher. That's good. The Spurs shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Diao dishes to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Thunder trailing by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And then kicks to Fisher. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's the pass to Mills. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Snatched up. Shot's good from Adams. Adams has got his first basket.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Kevin Durant, number 1. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
You know, you never know who will step up in the postseason and who might shut down or wilt under the pressure. But these two guys have put their teams on their back, and they intend to win no matter what it takes.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Paco comes in for Kevin Durant. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Derek Fisher. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Spurs leading by 9. He feeds it to Mills. Kicks it to Bellinelli. And the call will go against Caron Butler. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. There's the feed to Mills. Dishes to Bellinelli. Fires for three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks just to get you some open looks like that one.
Diao, the pass to Mills. He dishes it to Ginobili. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Thunder trailing by 10 to the paint. Here's Jackson. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for two.
And you can see his knowledge, his basketball IQ, by the way he operates that pick and roll.
Yeah, he's really got that down. I mean, it doesn't matter who the screener is. Either he can run it with just about anybody on the receiving end.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Mills dishes to Bellinelli. San Antonio again missing. Thunder trailing by 8. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Feeds it to Splitter. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Diao. Now Ginobili on the wing. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys. And as long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patrick Mills. Now here's Butler. Pass to Ibaka. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Now just a 4-point San Antonio lead. Jackson against Parker. Parker left side. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
The Thunder look good at the line today. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Spurs shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Pass to Leonard. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That one drops. He ties it up. And San Antonio has possession. Outside, Green. He passes to Leonard. Three-pointer. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Important shot to boost their...
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello out there and welcome to the Halftime Report.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to the Western Conference Finals as we get going again. You have to like what we're seeing from Bellinelli.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. That's good.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Parker against Jackson. Parker kicks to Splitter. Outside, Green. There's the dish to Parker. He Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
For Oklahoma City, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That's good from Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them.
He's having a great game at the free throw line, Kevin. His hot streak continues.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Parker kicks to Duncan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Parker. Jackson down low. He's against Parker. It's Jackson with the drive. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top three-point shooters in the playoffs. You take a look at Green. Dangerous player from three-point land. A great talent with a great release.
He's having so much success from the three-point line in the playoffs. Just seems like he's thriving under pressure.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Leonard with pass to Duncan. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Westbrook. And Parker with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Splitter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Splitter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
Green against Durant. Green dishes to Parker. Back to Green. Parker kicks to Green. Nice ball winner by San Antonio. Gets the bucket. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
That, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Parker. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. He feeds it to Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot. Green with the rebound.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Derek Fisher's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard hits them both. 1:57 left to play in the third. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Fisher. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Shots good by Ibaka.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him when he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oklahoma City. Good on the second free throw.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a 2-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. The pass to Fisher. It's up a 3. They get it back. Duncan with some nice D.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
And Green gets it to go.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Green against Westbrook. And that one's good.
A solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
46 seconds left in the third. Parker kicks to Leonard. The feed to Splitter. It's rebounded by Adams.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Parker outside, stolen by Durant. Kicks to Westbrook. Back to Durant with 4 seconds on the clock. Some solid defense from Leonard. Here's Green. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs out in front. They're up by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Spurs leading by 5. Ginobili dishes to Duncan. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Westbrook with the drive. Makes it off the glass.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing, I think.
That makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Adams, the pass to Durant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He's happy with how they've been playing, saying, hey, they had their chance, but this is our time. We're going to win this game and take the series lead for good. He got them pretty fired up as they left the huddle, Kevin.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Here's Jackson. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed. And good looks right at the rim. Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
This is to Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. No good. Thunder trailing by 3. He dishes it to Westbrook. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 19 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 4 for 4. He knows he needs every basket. I would look for them to continue to get the ball in his hands.
Splitters checked in for Boris Diaw. Westbrook kicks to Jackson. Back to Westbrook. Ginobili with the steal. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. Not his forte. I don't really like that shot, and you can tell the defense is just asking him to take it.
And they're trailing by 3. Durant gets to Jackson. Ibaka. Jackson dishes to Westbrook. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Terrific game for Jackson. He has 14 points. He's given them a lot of points from the free throw line.
Yeah, but what a fantastic job he's done of fighting his way to the line, getting fouls, and working for those extra easy points for his club.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for offense. Parker against Jackson. It's Parker with the drop. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Nice D from White.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to block him.
Westbrook against Ginobili. He kicks it to Splitter. Count it. And the foul. That one on purpose.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Well, the and-one turns this into a 2-possession game. Costly foul on that play.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Westbrook. Inside. Outside for Jackson. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did.
It's Ginobili outside. Knocks down the trifecta.
So hard to stop Ginobili right now.
Jackson passes to Westbrook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Westbrook makes them both.
Big-time trip to the line there, bringing this down to a 1-possession game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Time call here, the Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Every point they get that puts them 1 step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came, they saw,